everybody, come on live. Tell a friend, we're going live. Saturday live from Mzansi Unfiltered. What? Could never be me, but guess who's here, okay? We're gonna be live and hello everybody, welcome back to a special edition. I don't even know what to call this live, but we're doing a live today, okay? I know I didn't announce it, and yes, I never do a Saturday live. But I'm here, okay? I am here. So make sure, share the live out, let everybody know. Let me also take a moment to say hello to the replay gang. We are live in a special edition of Saturday. Yes, okay, so all systems go. When I get a comment, that's when I know we are live, everything is working, and you guys are inside party within. Hi, everybody, welcome back to Mzansi Unfiltered Special Edition Live. You know, I feel like Umhlanhla, he owns the entire week. He owned the entire week, such that Cyril said, I'm not going to break the momentum. I'm going to let everybody get it out of their system. And then I, the president of South Africa, will take the center stage like I should. And I am going to address the nation. Because what else can anybody possibly say after Onhlanhla Mkhwanazi has spoken? Like he just totally shut down the entire internet. Listen, I went back to Newsroom Africa to watch I wanted to prep it for this session, and the views are at 700,000. That is how much Onhlanhla took over the internet, and I shouldn't be calling him by first name. I mean, he's a whole general, okay? He has South Africa by the child-friendly channel. Yeah, okay, no, I can't say that. He has South Africa's attention. There we go. There's the right context to use. I am live. Thank you for coming right in. You know the house rules. You come right in. You take a seat. If you are a subscriber, inside party within the comment section. If you're not a subscriber, well, that's on you. Okay, that's on you. You don't get to join the family chat, okay? You don't get to enter the WhatsApp group. You get to listen, though. You get to listen from outside the club like you like to do. But I encourage you to consider subscribing today, okay? As we get into it, a couple of things I want us to cover today. I want us to count down, okay, to the president's speech. What are your predictions? What do you think he's going to tell us? Or he's going to tell us to mind our own business as an internal issue. We'll handle it as the executive team. Or is he really going to touch on the intricate issues that were brought up? Is he going to really get down to the bottom of it? Because, let's see, first to react was Paul O'Sullivan. I have no idea why he reacted. I really have no idea, because he was not mentioned at all. Nobody summoned him. Nobody provoked him. Most especially Onhlanhla Mkhwanazi did not mention him by name. But Paul O'Sullivan was so enraged by, first of all, why was he dressed in combat uniform? Why? Because he's qualified? How about that? How about that? How about the fact that he's qualified and he can wear it anytime he wants? Shout out to KZN. I think KZN just became a whole island. Okay, KZN men stood up. So drop in the comment section. Let me know if you're in the KZN. Okay, because KZN took over. KZN owned the entire week. Okay, and they were running the show, and everybody was reacting to all that. So also speaking of KZN, shout out to the KZN premier, because I think he did a fantastic job in standing with Onhlanhla Mkhwanazi. And I think that's what's supposed to happen when you're in leadership roles. You're supposed to stand together. But then we do know that the police commissioner, okay, Omar Samola, and the deputy police commissioner, Shadrach Sivia, who is, of course, integrated into the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Not really the trial, but, you know, if Advocate Ngomezulu was still alive, may his soul rest in peace, he would have called him as a defense witness. And we, as a country, okay, members of the public jury, we would have all wanted this one question asked. If you were a civilian, what were you doing inside Pagati, the meeting with the lead investigator Bongani and Nicholas Gininde, brigadier that is, okay? Let's not forget, he's a very well decorated brigadier. He's so well decorated, he wants to remain a secret, okay? He doesn't want to ever be identified. He doesn't want anybody to recognize him. For me, that is a huge red flag. No, it's not a red flag. Red flag is too small. That's a huge duvet. Why, a whole brigadier, well decorated. But shouldn't he be proud to showcase himself? Why is he hiding? And then we hear from Zuma, also in KZN. Shout out to KZN, man. KZN owned the whole of last week. We hear from Zuma, and he says, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I have a lot that I want to get off my chest. And it starts with the fact that Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kinenda has been phoning my phone. How about that? I know you guys know that the Brigadier has been calling me, and I know you guys know the Brigadier's version. But there's always another side to a story, okay? There's the Brigadier's version, there's Ubaba Zuma's version, and then there's the truth. There's an intersection somewhere there, okay? I'm not saying that Ubaba Zuma is not coming forward with the truth. I'm saying he actually came forward and confirmed one of the Brigadier's patterns, that he loves parking lots. Like, he has an obsession with parking lots. Once again, a well-decorated brigadier, disguised brigadier, Ninja Turtle brigadier. Someone called him Ant-Man the other day. Some people called him Robocop. But what I do know is that he's a brigadier that does not like to meet suspects inside the police station. Because if it has to be inside the police station, then he has to do a warning statement. And he doesn't want to do warning statements. You don't believe me? He ran all over the country, okay? Made sure that other police stations provided their versions of warning statements, and he brought them to court to give advocate Umnisiwe Mvula. Guys, this was last year, before Ungomezulu passed away, before Umnisi began to represent accused number one, where Umnisiwe Mvula was a whole different kind of advocate. Okay, he had a whole different gameplay before he took over Umnisiwe Mvula. Drop a one in the comment section if you agree with me that there's a huge difference between Umnisi of 2024 and Umnisi after reading 60,000 pages, because those are two different men, in my opinion. So the Brigadier in 2024, it was in October, I remember it, he ran all over the place to get those warning statements, because, one thing about the Brigadier, he loves to prove a point. And he ran all over, and he came back with those warning statements, and he came back like a child on Christmas Day, and he wanted to control what is it called? The cross-examination. And he came and he said, okay, as you know, like cross-examination, the advocate asks you a question and you answer the question. That's how it works in a normal environment. But you see, when you're a brigadier, okay, you're well-decorated brigadier, you have all these decorations of you, of all your accomplishments within the South African Police Services, alleged accomplishments at this point, okay, until Kwanazi comes back to clarify everything, okay. But at this point, we're alleging, okay? So you are a well-decorated brigadier, and you forget that, well, inside Pagati, within the court, you are just a policeman. Woo! Shalolo is unforgettable with that phrase. I bet you she hurt his feelings. But did she lie, though? Did she lie? No, she didn't lie. And he came back and he was ready to give Umnisi his paperwork. He had done his homework and he was so satisfied to prove a point to Umnisi. At this point, okay, they hadn't done the inspection in local. We did not know that these are two men of the same height. Okay, I'm not a man. Okay, my DNA does not say XY. Okay, my DNA is very different. But the brigadier will tell you, or was it Baloy? One of the two, because those two, I'm very suspectful of their DNA knowledge. Actually, they need to stay outside. Anyway, we are not there. But they said, when it's XY, it means you are mixed. I am so embarrassed. Shout out to Kwazibe. I haven't watched her video. Make sure you could catch her video because she has a video with the thumbnail. She shared it on her Twitter that says, "Let's help the Brigadier with DNA lessons, shall we?" So I already know that's going to be hilarious. Let's watch that. Okay. Now the Brigadier comes to court with all his warning statements that are very different from the one Mzansi Unfiltered has, the one that's supposed to be the official version that every police station is supposed to use. And we know, okay, because okay, the KZN Police Commissioner has confirmed to us that the police are just doing whatever they want to do. Okay, he didn't say that, but he pretty much said that. Okay. So then the Brigadier comes with all these papers of their edited versions of the warning statement. By the way, guys, if you don't know what a warning statement is, a warning statement basically is what Ubaba Zungu completed inside Pagati, the Newcastle Police Station. Okay, that's what he completed over there. A warning statement is like it's like a 12-page document. I don't have one here, but I should have had one. It's like a 12-page document. It guides them, the policemen that is, step by step on what they need to ask. And for example, they'll say your name, your ID number, where you live, your phone number. So they're going down the page step by step, step by step, step by step. That's how they don't skip, to also give them a warning, okay? Warning statement, aka warning. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. That kind of warning, yeah. All that is on that warning statement. They're supposed to read it page by page, go through it. Brigadier doesn't do that because he does all his things in the parking lot. And you know, in the parking lot, there's no papers over there. There's no stamps. There's no, I don't know, the ink for the fingerprints. It's just all free flow on the parking lot. That's why he likes parking lots, in my opinion. I don't know. But let's not digress, okay? So he comes with those statements. He's so happy. I can tell you this from my memory without even watching the video because I remember it, okay? He comes to court and then he starts cross-examining himself. And then Nisi says, well, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. What on earth are you doing? Well, you asked me yesterday that I must bring the paperwork and I brought it and now I want to go over it. And Nisi says, let me tell you something. That's not how things work when I'm cross-examining you, okay? Don't play with me. If you want to submit the warning statements, give them to Valoy. I was like, come on now, Nisi, be fair to the guy. He's a whole Brigadier. You gotta be nicer to him. You literally asked for these documents, and now he's brought them, and now he wants to give them to you. And you are telling them, give them to Valoy. You don't give a damn about them. Oh man, that was an epic moment. And you can tell the Brigadier wanted to cry. Okay, he wanted to cry. And then he tells them, you and Valoy can go over those warning statements in the re-examination. Now, why did Nisi do that? I know why Nisi did that, okay? Because the Brigadier was trying to run the show, just like he does in parking lots. But this is not a parking lot. There's a whole roof in the courtroom. You can't do that. You have to wait for Nisi to say, right, I gave you homework. And you know how Nisi does it. He might not ask you the next day, but he will ask you 2 days later and say, okay, let's go back to the warning statement. So he was not interested that the Brigadier wanted to run the show and control where exactly they were going to go. Okay, so that's the intro. Let me check in on the comments because you already know I love comments, right? Shout out to Lydia. Lydia is in the building and she is also a channel member. Shout out to channel members if you want to become a member of the channel. All you have to do is go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. I promise not to rob you. It is absolutely affordable. And what you do by what happens with your contribution, okay, as you're financially contributing to the success of the channel, we're using those funds to purchase our equipment. And now next on my list, I want to purchase a better mic so you guys can hear me clearly and we're not having any issues, okay? Now, also, we have Umagazi is in the building. She says, hello, hello, inside Parati. Octavia's also here. My one and only. She says, hello to my one and only. Thank you so much. I love you so much, Gesana. I love it so much. Nobelungu Rejoice is inside Parati and she says, Nifuna Ega Babu Zungu. Oh, Abselum. Okay, guys, I have a confession, okay? I did not know Absalom was a name inside Pagati within the Bible. Quoted a couple of stories in the video, and I was like, I don't know about a story where a father, I mean, a son, I don't know a story where a son, can you believe a son? Because I still, to this day, cannot believe what Uzumu attempted to do to his own father. We know he's his own father because Abselum Zuma did a video and he confirms, okay, he's my biological son. He's not my brother's child. He's not my sister's child. He's not a child that we took in and started living with him. No, he is my son, okay? He is a Zuma, a whole Zuma, and he was willing to sell his father out. Or I don't know, is it for promotion? I don't know if it was for the reward for solving the SENZO MEYIWA case. Actually, we do not know what happened to that reward. Was it ever paid out to anyone? Because have you guys ever heard, like, when they put up flyers and they say they're looking for so and so, there's a reward for so and so, they never come back to say we've paid out the reward. But ever since the untouchables, the brigadiers and the major generals got arrested, we now know officially there is a fund that they can tap into. And it's such a nice fund, guys. It's so magical. You don't even need a receipt for that fund, okay? Because you pay out all your informants in cash. I already think that's a huge problem. That money needs to be accounted for because anybody can put their hands into the cookie jar. Anyway, there's that fund, but we never know if anyone gets the reward. We never actually know. Well, let me know if you've heard of it. I have, okay? I know somebody who rewards herself, who's Rosemary Jovu, okay? She's behind inside Palati within. She takes insurance policies out on multiple family members, and then she analyzes them, and then she makes insurance claim, and then she spends the money. That's crazy to me, and we thought that was a crazy story until Konanzi comes through on a Sunday. The thing is, it was Sunday. Do you know what Sunday is for? Sunday is for lovers, okay? Police commissioner. Sunday is for catching up on vlogs. Sunday is for relaxing. No, not for the KZN police commissioner. Sunday is for wearing combat uniform and showing up with your combat teammates flanked on either side of you with their R5 weapons in hand. And then there's a whole bunch of them. As O'Sullivan said, Paul O'Sullivan, he said, that was the entire KZN police force in that press conference. I don't know about you, but if that was the entire KZN police force, then that's a very, very small police force. But then O'Sullivan, what authority are you speaking on? I'm just still confused. It's almost a week later and I still don't understand what authority you were speaking on. But Konanzi was speaking on his authority, okay, as the KZN police commissioner, as the actual national commissioner confirmed, okay, the national commissioner Umar Samola, he confirmed that as the KZN police commissioner, he can run a press conference anytime he wants. He can even do them every day if he wants. There's actually no one who can stop him. But unfortunately or fortunately, he hasn't had another one since Sunday, okay? He literally dropped the bomb, shut the mic, and just went away. Went away into the darkness like a mist. And he left everybody responding. Or should I say, trying to respond and then retracting their responses because they're responding from a place of the internet forgets. But what they don't know is there's FBI's over there on Twitter. There's Instagram CIA agents, there's Facebook undercover agents, and they will bring back the resources, okay? They will come back. First, we had the police commissioner himself, okay? Police commissioner bravely came out on Sunday. Now, here's the thing. I don't know why anyone was forced to comment. I mean, there's this phrase. I don't know if anyone who was implicated has ever heard of it. It's called no comment. No comment. That is what they were supposed to do when they were contacted. But the problem is, if you're a politician, you just see a mic and you see an opportunity to talk. Don't believe me? Go watch the video I posted today, which was SENZO MEYIWA's funeral 11 years ago, almost. Man, they sang a song. Oh, you could almost believe them. But then going back a year later with the checkboard to see, I want to check a few things that they actually fulfilled. From the empty promises they made at the funeral, you will realize that it was just all talk. All talk, a great photo op. Possibly people voted based upon that. But if we were to contact SENZO MEYIWA's family and ask them, what have they done for you since the funeral? All that we can account for as members of the public jury is that they did a very huge funeral for him. They possibly covered all the funeral costs. They got all their photo ops. Maybe there were funds that were allocated and then they put them in their pocket. I don't know. I don't know who was the auditor. Who am I to ask those questions? But I think there should be an inquiry on that as well. While we're in the business of doing inquiries this week, they should add another inquiry for that because at the end of the day, the SENZO MEYIWA trial is still ongoing. And then a bombshell came this week. Abselum Zuma came through and said, I have I never wrote a statement, okay? If anybody says I did, can you please go check the signature? And here is my signature. I'm giving you a sample, okay? On the internet. Put it on the internet. And here's my ID number. Go check that statement. I actually want to do an audit. I haven't gone to do it, but it's on my to-do list. Can you guys tell me the ID number? Well, you guys can tell me. This is going to be, I guess, in Jabolo and Jab situation check. Because he saw the ID with his eyes, okay? And the ID number that was read in court when that statement was read, do they match? Are they from the same WhatsApp group, those ID numbers? And only the defense team can tell us if the signature matches. Well, Gininda can tell us too, but who really wants to ask Gininda anything at this point? Because he's going to hold his own press conference, put on his Ninja Turtle outfit, and then he's going to talk for 6 hours, and we still won't get the numbers. So we're just going to skip through Gininda and just request the defense. If they took a close look at the signatures, what do they see? But that is what Abselum Zuma brought to the front of the table, and he said, I never wrote a statement. In fact, let me tell you how the story goes, okay? My son, Caesar Kumbuzo Zuma, aka Constable Zuma, aka Zumanizer in the SENZO MEYIWA trial, is on the stand talking, and I'm listening to him and thinking, first of all, that's my son. But man, I don't want to tell anyone that's my son. Now I've got to move to Newcastle, but I didn't move to Newcastle because I wasn't running away. I moved because my wives were having wife situations. Okay, you know how women are. Okay, you cannot put women in the same homestead. So he had to move with the other wife. It is unclear if the wife he moved with is Zumu's mother. Is it Zumanizer's mother, or is his mother left over there? We don't know. I feel like the family dynamics needed to have been clarified clearly for us. Is Zuma the firstborn child? Is he neglected? Was Zuma a non-supportive father? A deadbeat dad? What was the situation? Because I need to understand why on earth Zuma would throw his father into the pot. Why would he do that? What was his motive? So anyway, he calls his dad and he says, I want you to know, Brigadier Romani Nicholas Gininda. He's gonna call you, okay? And when he calls you, okay, let's not use your name, okay? Let's just go by Kumalo, okay? Just be Kumala. And he's like, why would I want to do that? Just play along, okay? Just play along because that's the plan. That's the script that we have. You're a cast member. You are never going to appear in court. We're going to make sure of that, but just agree along. Okay, just play along with everything. Time passes by. In the phone, just like the son said. Ring, ring, ring. The phone rings, and he answers his phone. And Gininda, okay, says, Kumalo, Mashallah. And now Zuma's like, sorry, wrong number. Nobody here. I'm not even married to a Kumalo, so I have no idea what you're even saying. And then somehow the conversation goes to, who are you? And he says, I am Zuma. Then Kininda says, Zungu, Zungu, wait, I know a Zungu. Do you know Constable Zungu? And he says, yeah, of course I know Constable Zungu. That's my friend. Okay, that's my son. And Kininda says, what do you mean that's your son? Can you like explain what you mean? He's my son, my biological son. In fact, when he went for police training and he came back, his father, okay, because I'm very proud to be his father, although I shouldn't be because he's such a good, he's embarrassing the family name. He has embarrassed me, and not just me, my sister's kid. Can you believe it? Bongani Tanzi's mother, okay, she's my cousin. I don't know how Zoom is implicating my cousin's child. Moses Sevilla, he's my neighbor, bro. Like, what do you mean? Anyway, so he says, and then I took him, and I'm the one who helped him get his driver's license. So I'm his father. And then the call ends. Somehow the call ends there. And then jiggy jiggy, a couple of days later, months later, we don't know. He doesn't give us like a clear timeline on how these things happen. But this happened in 2021, 2023. The five are already arrested, okay? But his son phones him and says, hello, Dad, how are you doing? He says, no, great, great, good to hear from you. He's like, listen, I'm here with Gininda. Okay, cool. Can we meet? Can we meet up? I would like us to meet up, but don't tell anyone that you're meeting with me. Yes, 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 I'm your son, but it's a secret meeting because I'm going to be with the Brigadier, so this is official police business. So technically it's undercover work, okay? So you can't tell anyone you're meeting with me, first of all. And secondly, you can't tell anyone Gininda's going to be there. And thirdly, don't tell anyone where we're going to meet. I'm going to drop you a location, okay? And then you come to the location. Was there location dropping in 2020? Yeah. I'm going to drop you a location. And the father, because he's a very wise old man, okay, never take a man from KZN for granted, okay? Boo, 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 boo. And he says, okay, no problem. He hangs up. Of course, he doesn't go because he realized, oh my goodness, that could be my last day on this planet. Why would I go meet my own son? My own son in secret. And he's not coming home? Why wouldn't he come home? That's just so crazy to me. Even up to now, I just feel like the scriptwriter of the script just wasn't cutting it. Do you know who they should have acquired for the script writing? The scriptwriters of The River, man. When The River still used to play, oh, it was epic. Drop a one, no, drop a one because we already did a one. So drop a two in the comment section if you watched the last episode of The River, which was pretty much, there was a lot going on in that last episode. Is it the last episode? Yeah, the last episode. So let me get back to the comments. Hello. We are Paradi. I see you. Thank you. And then we have Gunini, but thanks. We are inside. Listen, we have not. We were so shocked 2 weeks ago. We don't even remember what shocked us 2 weeks ago. We're still stuck on what Kwananzi dropped. Okay, the bombshells. He dropped bombshells. So tomorrow, I am hoping the president is actually going to address all bombshells. I hope he's not going to pick and choose and be selective because technically he was not named. He wasn't named. So since he wasn't named, he has the authority to respond bullet point by bullet point. Okay, we have all cleared our schedule. As a matter of fact, he's going live with his family meeting during the time I like to go live. Okay, and what are we supposed to do about Shara Ilembe? What are we supposed to do? We're going to be traumatized after that family press briefing. That's my prediction already. So typically, that's the time I usually go live. So I don't even know if I'm going to go live tomorrow. Drop a 3 in the comment section if you want us to go live tomorrow after the president speaks to break it down. Let me know. I'm at your service, okay? Then we have Inside Pagati. You guys, let me tell you about this Inside Pagati situation. I wish I could trademark it. I really wish I could. Because it's hilarious how I see it all over, okay, on Mkonazi's internet. No, I do not own the phrase inside parati. I don't. I really don't. I just maybe said it too much and then it sprinkled all over the internet. And then now I hear people say it and it's so funny. It's so funny to me. I just realized I never did a t-shirt design for Inside Parati. That's kind of crazy. Why wouldn't I have done that? Okay, we'll do that. That's going to be on my to-do list this week. By the way, guys, are you enjoying me going live? Because as soon as court is back in session, you know, right? You know the house rules. I can't go live. I can't go live because that's not my style. Once court is active, I do videos instead because I prefer videos. Videos are evergreen; they last forever. Whereas live stream algorithm is a little bit of a different beast. So it's literally your live then and that's it, the video dies. Whereas I still get comments from some of my old videos and I always find it hilarious. Somebody's watching my video? That video? It's so interesting. So I love it when you do so. Make sure you drop a comment if you're watching an old video. I absolutely appreciate the support. Live stream is just live and then it dies after. It will still be there, but it's just slow. And I don't have someone to help me bring the lives into video. So I'm gonna try to be better than that. So enjoy. Okay, we have another week of me going live, and then after that, I'm going into hiding. Okay. Um. Yeah, and then this once said, Gininda promised him Dun to accept the case and become a state witness. It's not only Danzi's family also confirmed that. And I want to think Kumo's Sivia's dad as well said that. So it's something that was said. Too bad they never recorded him. Wouldn't that be something if they had actual recordings of it? Timberlake says, Guningi, 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 what a week. Konazi was a precursor, he surely was. Ubabuzungu has been an icing on the cake. Yes, yes, yes. And the late advocate Mbabuzungu has been vindicated. May his soul rest in eternal peace. I agree. Inside Parati within, inside Parati within, get like, okay? Have you guys done the like? I don't want to audit and check in on the like, but let's just do the right thing, okay? If you're watching from your phone, I saw this yesterday. I don't remember whose live I was in. Oh, I know whose live I was in. Her name is Neo. I like her videos. I was watching her live. She's a double amputee, and she was live walking for the first time. And I was like, let me figure out how to like a video. So you can actually like a video, guys, when someone is live. And if you're on your phone, because I know most of you watch on your TV screen. Let me tell you, that surprised me. How do I know that? Because I saw it. My YouTube tells us everything, by the way. It tells us everything about you. So what did YouTube tell me? That you guys watch from your phone and TV. So let me go to the live. Okay, so okay, you can't do it here because I'm live horizontal, vertical. Anyway, this is inside YouTube lingo. I'm gonna go live vertical the next time, but please consider hitting the like button. It will make me absolutely happy. I do see that we have 121 likes. Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Thank you, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let me keep going down the comment section. Hello, hello, hello. Inside Parati, Mrs. R. Within, hi, Mzansi Unfiltered family. Hello, hello, hello. Fezega says, hi, boss lady. Hope I'm not late. If I will catch up. No, you're not late. No, 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 no. What time did I start? You actually joined just at the beginning. So at the beginning, you are inside Parati. Don't worry about it. And that's the joy of live. You can kind of continue with it and then come back to start over. Because I kind of repeat myself. I don't know if you guys know. I'm kind of like a repetitive. Oof, ooh, that doesn't sound like an English word. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Mrs. Arthur's watching the live from Zoom. Oh man, what does Zim think of Kwanaze? What's their take on the situation? What do our neighbors think, guys? Oh my goodness, man, poverty inside. I am inside. It is going to be so hot tomorrow. What is your prediction with what Cyril Ramaphosa, the actual president of the country? Because I know. Umkhonade is just the police commissioner in KZN in his tiny little corner, like Osivia said that it is. Okay, it's not me. Don't say I said. I am just here quoting what was said. Because I know Sibiya loves to go open cases and say defamation of character. But he defamationed his own character because he ran to the mic. Okay, he said, Mike, 1, 2, 3, check, live. And then he started running his mouth. And then he said, Masamola is the one who signs the instruction. Why would the police minister sign the instruction? It was Masamola. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is where you understand why was he covering up for the police minister. Something tells me that we should say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the corruptest of them all? I'm so sorry. That was a temporary moment of insanity. Please do excuse me. And he said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most corrupt of them all? It is definitely Umkwanazi. I don't know why Umkwanazi would say such things about me because I actually spoke to him yesterday. Guys, as if that changes your level of corruptness if you speak to someone and everything was okay. He actually had invited me. And then, we spoke. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who showed his true character. You know what? I feel we should listen to him because, Thea was the most funniest for me. He was the most funniest because he actually has a case with Patricia Mashale inside the court, okay? It's around the sounds of defamation of character. Who's defaming who here? You totally defamed yourself, sir. I'm not making things up. How do I know I'm not making things up? Let me get off Bluetooth and then let me play this video for you. How do you get off Bluetooth? Because if I don't get off Bluetooth, it's not gonna play. You're not gonna hear it, and then you're gonna say, sound, sound, sound. Let's listen to it. Okay, it's my favorite part. Hey, why aren't you playing?
Even though you still need to look as thoroughly at what he said.
I want to say, as a disciplined member of the police, I will never vote in.
Already, I have to stop and comment. Like, as a disciplined member of the police, sir, it is obvious. It is expected. What do you mean? They are non-disciplined members of the mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most corrupt of them all?
In terms of the cameras, and do what general cameras is to.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most corrupt of them all? You don't do that. You don't talk to the police minister like that. I can respond word for word on everything General Umkwanazi has said. Ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting at 6 days later. He has not come back with a bullet response because somebody inside Pagati told him, you messed it up. You should have never said anything, okay, with Criselda Lewis. Now that you said it, it's very difficult to work your way backwards. Don't believe me? Ask the police commissioner, okay? Why? What did the police commissioner do? Oh, he made a fool of himself. Oops. Did I say that? Okay. You know what? Sylvia says we must respect the police commissioner. We must respect him. We must respect the exact police commissioner who, on the 5th of June, what did he say? Oh, oops. This is what the police commissioner said on the 5th of June.
About some fellow. 2 weeks ago, it does happen. In a week or 2 or 3, I think a week and a half ago, I got somebody insisting that there's somebody who's going around saying he works with me wherever I am. He is there. And I said, show me the face. And it got to a point where he showed me the face, and I told him, I don't know this person. And a week before, there was another person in Kunu who said, this is my younger brother. My younger brother died in 205, and I don't have any other. And so, what the person says, you really. So, I think we must be very circumspect when people come to us and say, I must be an associate of this and that. I'm no associate to the person that John Connors is referring to. But I appreciate whatever they discussed, and then those things come out so that I understand who is in what, where, and so on. I do know that possibly all of us, including you, Chef, you would have at one point or the other somebody claiming that they are your associates. It does happen. But other than that, thank you very much.
There, under oath, on record.
Oh, my brother died, and then I don't know this person. No. And then they showed me his face, and then I have no idea who he is. And then Jiggy on the 9th of July for immediate press release statement in response to allegations regarding the minister's alleged association with Mr. Cat and Mr. Brown in response to the recent allegations made by the provincial commissioner, Umkhwanazi, and while respecting the president's call for calm, the Minister of Police feels it is important to clarify the following. You write in English and it sounds so big and proper, and The minister has never met Mr. Cat, has never spoken to him, nor has the minister ever requested or received anything from him. See, I have a problem with people who do not listen. Umkhwanazi made it clear that he has proof to back up every single sentence that he says. I mean, just look at this man. Take a look at your screen right now, okay? Take a look at this man in combat gear, complete combat gear, flanked with men in R5s. Does he look like a man who has had a temporary moment of insanity and has decided to just run his mouth on his internet? It used to be Beyonce's internet, but no, Umkhwanazi has taken the internet for himself. Does he look like he would just run his mouth and at that moment say things without validation? The fact that the audio clip I just played to you was initially played or was a response in Parliament on the 5th of March 2025. So let's count dates from March. We go to April, we go to May. 3 months later, that's how much Umkhwanazi has set on all this information, and he decided, nah, man, I'm the provincial police commissioner. Let me do the right thing. Let me drop a couple of bombs here and there, and let me just let the people know what the people don't know. Okay, they say you don't know what you don't know till you know, but now that we know, and we're still waiting for the president to respond, and he's only going to respond tomorrow. But let's go back to the deputy police commissioner. Okay, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most corrupt of them all? I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying he was the first one to put egg on his face. Let's listen in on him.
Umkhwanazi has been tweeting through TikTok, and we are not really participating in TikTok. So whatever allegations that he's been saying, he hasn't been mentioning people's names. Now, I just want to say that as a South African police service, we
we've been doing our good work. We've been working hard. We've been arresting criminals, and I'm sure you can see the statistics are grim. And I don't want to say I'm running away from your questions, but you're putting me in a situation where I have to blow by blow, and I don't want to get into the situation of blow by blow. I want to sit down, watch this briefing, consult with my attorney, and then take it from here. But I can tell you that there's no truth whatsoever in everything that he.
Rumor has it he's still sitting down and still consulting with his attorney because he never came back to us. He never came back, unless he did, and I don't know about it. But he said he was going to consult with his attorney, he was going to sit down and respond blow by blow. Why do you think he disappeared and never came back? Oh man, so sad.
Everything, including even in the meeting that we had with the minister, it was a mature meeting. He never acted such way, such as I'm not going to participate in a meeting with you. I hear it for the first time. And just to tell you that, in fact, you'll find that the opposite is true.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most corrupt of them all? Kwanazi, how could he say that, guys? But why would he say that out loud? Sometimes, you have these thoughts and you think about your coworkers. Come on now, drop it in the comment section. This is a safe space. You've got that one coworker, man, that you really, really want to tell them where to jump off, okay? And you really want to say it, but then you say, man, I still need this job. Still need this job. I have a family, I have a bond, I have a car payment. I can't say it yet, but there's going to be a day. One day is one day. But Kwanazi said, press conference, there can never be peace between a criminal and the police. Ooh! But we only know in that meeting there were 4 people. The police minister, Masamola, Sevilla, and Lieutenant General Kwanazi himself. So who's the criminal? Why would he call such high ranking? Who is the criminal? I don't know. But that's what he said, okay? It's he said, she said. He said there can never be peace amongst a criminal and a policeman. Sevilla says, we were sitting together and he never said that, and I'm not a criminal. I'm certainly not a criminal.
What I'm going to be saying, there's no truth in all of this. There's no truth whatsoever, and that's why I'm bringing to say we must give you the evidence that they're talking about of the criminals that are involved.
Just very quickly, General, is there a plot to get rid of General Mkhwanazi? And I'm talking about that in the manner in which he speaks. He talks about a cancer that is so deep. That is what he says. A cancer so deep within the South African police. Is there a ploy to get rid of General Mkhwanazi? Because he also speaks about him not being worried about his safety. The best that can be done to get rid of him is for him to leave the South African Police Service or he be fired. Is there a plot to get rid of him?
I think this is the only man who's at war against himself, because no one is fighting General.
General Sevilla, I'm so disappointed in you as such a highly ranked, highly decorated police officer. I would have expected you to know, okay, saying that says keep your friends close, but definitely keep your enemies close. And most certainly know where your enemies are. Now, you see, you didn't show up for the invite. It was not a full day. It was the Durban July. Do you not know about the Durban July? And the theme was Avengers, Mzansi Avengers. What do you, anyway. Like, we haven't even had time to talk about the Durban July because Kwanazi says, forget the Durban July, okay? I am the Durban July, okay? I am the entire Mzansi Avengers, okay? Just because you got an invite from him doesn't mean you're best friends. Just because you got an invite, it's not even an invite to his wedding. Now, let me tell you, as a person, as a general member of the public, he probably wanted to know where you were. He wanted to know how far or how close you would be to his press conference. He wanted to know your every move, and you fell for it. A whole general didn't see that one coming. And now you're on the media saying, but he gave me an invite. Why would he say such horrible things about me when he gave me an invite? Can we see the invite? I want to see the invite. I want to see something. But let's continue on.
Couldn't have. But all I can tell you that I don't understand the kind of man that I'm dealing with here today. I've been talking to him. We've been working together. I was talking to him just this past weekend. It is a big surprise for me, I must indicate. But I can also say to you now that whatever allegation that is mentioned, let's go piece by piece and confirm the allegations that he just spoke about. You can come to me. I can take you to the people that he says will have that information. Let's go count for count and look into the evidence of what he's talking about. You will see that is just excited. What he's saying is,
he sounds like, General, he sounds like a very aggrieved man. Before I let you go, are you a criminal? He refers to you. He said in that meeting that the police minister had organized at his premises, you didn't say anything in that meeting, and he basically said there can basically be no peace between a police officer and a criminal. That seems to have been suggested that you are a criminal?
No, consider 37 years in defense. I've been doing this job, and many people, all the provinces know me. I've done my job throughout the country. I've served the people of South Africa, and there are big cases that I can point you out, including the AKA that you're talking about. I'm the one who was pushing it through TikTok.
He never ever mentioned AKA. A newsflash, Deputy Police Commissioner, AKA, was analyzed very tragically and suddenly in KZN. FYI, just in case you've got your provinces mixed up. But now, are you a criminal? And that is your best response. I hope that you have spent the week writing down a better, more thought through response if someone was to ask a Deputy National Police criminal. Sorry. If someone was to ask a Deputy National Police Commissioner if they're a criminal, start the sentence with anything but I've been a policeman for 37 years. And that means absolutely nothing. That means you've been receiving a salary. What have you done? We do know you were suspended but cleared, okay? Yeah, we know. You were a civilian and then you were inside the Kennedy Kumalo home. Gunini around your name, sir, respectfully, okay, respectfully. And everything, of course, is alleged because there's no court of law yet. It's just a court of public opinion and the court of Umkwanaze, okay? And we can only hope. We can only hope the president comes forward with the way forward that is amicable. Because the police minister failed to take control of the situation. He thought if I invite them to my house, and as Umkonazi says, he thought he could make me make peace with Sevilla. Wait, what was the problem though? Well, clearly there was a problem, and then peace talks had to be had, and then the police minister thought he was talking to children, like when he addressed Parliament and said he doesn't know Mr. Brown, only to Jiggy Jiggy. Oh yeah, he's a comrade. You thought you could make special task force done what to do? Mr. Police Minister, mirror, mirror on the wall. Uh-oh. That did not work out so well. But let's listen to this next part. That's the VSS, because it's hilarious.
And then we'll respond to the nation.
Just very quickly, General, I really do appreciate you taking time. I know that you've just heard about this. Just very quickly, that meeting that Mkwanazi speaks about, did it take place between yourself, him, and the police minister? Did it happen?
Yes.
It did happen. All right.
Yes.
So you've
it did happen, but what he's saying that essentially nothing like that. And the other is made. Let me tell you.
He didn't say he said it in the meeting. He said as he was sitting there, I don't know if he was amongst criminals or a criminal. I don't know. But he said, he was just reflecting amongst himself, like, I've been called to peace talk. But why would anyone ask me to have peace with a criminal? There can never be peace between a policeman and... You see, some of us, we listen, okay? We don't judge. We listen.
This issue of the development of the presidential has got nothing to do with me. And all these decisions that we're taking, I don't know why he blames it on me. And what made me kind of angry, more angry, the arrest of Kumar. I'm not involved. I'm not the one. So please, and then we'll respond to the nation.
Just very quickly, General, I really do appreciate you taking time. I know that you've just heard about this. Just very quickly, that means
The sound sounds like you're in the bathroom. I'm not in the bathroom, but you know what you can do to beside you? How can I be in the bathroom with 3 whole screens in front of me? I'm in my office. But what you can do, and I said it earlier in the beginning, that we want to buy better mics. And you know those things that they put on the wall? I don't know what they're called. That stop the echoing. So just because you're typing from the bathroom doesn't mean I'm streaming from the bathroom. That would be kind of crazy. Anyway, let's continue on before we were rudely interrupted by Otumisani and his overactive imagination. Why would anyone be streaming from the bathroom? Man, now you've distracted me.
thing that Mukwanazi speaks about, did it take place between yourself, him, and the police minister? Did it happen?
Yes.
It did happen. All right.
Yes.
Then you
It did happen, but what he's saying that he says the minister is not going to participate in the meeting with the criminal. There's nothing like absolutely nothing like that. And the Brigadier is made. Let me tell you, this issue of the development of the presidential has got nothing to do with me. And all these decisions that we're taking, I don't know why he blames it on me. And what made me kind of angry, more angry, the arrest of Kumar. I'm not involved. I'm not the one. So please,
So you see that this comment, you see, this is how matured humans write comments for attention. So the sound is not make sure, okay, which sound? The sound of when I'm playing the video? Because I'm trying to find a good workaround, because when I try to stream a video, like
I'm here this morning in order to speak to you about the policing issues that are happening in KZN as well as in the Republic of South Africa. So
I thought, let me play from a separate device on the side. But we'll work on it. Okay, we'll work on the sound. I'm going to improve on the sound. I just need better mic. That's what I think. And I need to put the sound things, whatever they're called. Do you guys know what those things are called? The things that you put on the wall in a studio that stop it from having an echo. Because that's what I think I also need. Inside Pagati, let me know. I'm going to wait to hear if somebody knows in the Gulugutus are having chest pains. By the way, thank you so much for letting me know about the sound. Not the toilet comment. No, not that one. That's some Gulugutu comment. The voice behind the mic says Ramaphosa is going to why am I struggling to say that? It's going to lie to the nation tomorrow. I don't think so. And I think the reason I don't think he's going to lie is because the DA is just going to have him by his throat. Let me go throat. Let me stop other body parts. Okay, the DA is just going to hold him by his throat. The MK party is going to be there because, you know, this is a KZN issue. And the MK party is like, what? What did they do to Umkwanazi? Don't touch Umkwanazi. Okay, so the MK party is going to be there. I'm not too sure where the EFF stands. Yeah, tomorrow's an interesting day. That's all I can say. How old was Mzansi in 2014? I'm wondering. I think he was very young. He was employed. So I don't know. That's actually a very, very good question. Hello, Yolanda. Welcome. Inside Palati within. Roy says, hello. I'm hearing lots of news stories. This country is falling apart. No law enforcement agencies. So sad. You see, they're fighting amongst themselves. They're criminals amongst themselves. Who are we? Who are we, the rest of us, to just possibly have any sense in us? The next comment says, Ramaphosa can't help himself when it comes to lies. He just likes to lie with a serious face. Says the voice behind the mic, okay? It's not me, the voice behind the mic. It's the voice behind the mic. That is his comment, okay? Roy says Geninda is in trouble with his lies. The old man went to Newcastle Police Station to open a case for Geninda. I don't think he opened a case. I think that, so let's segue into this. This is a great point. Let's segue into this point. I think he made a statement. The problem with a statement on a case, so a statement, hey guys, please add this statement to docket 636. They can add it, and then Baloyi can look at it and say, oh well, who cares? Remember, it is a prosecutorially led investigation, and it is run by the state. The state has the dominant litter. So Baloyi can just be like, none of my business, not my monkey, not my circus, and keep it moving. Okay? Here, as members of the public jury, we can scream, shout, yell, and scream all we want. So shout out to the Daily Fix. He said, and I agree with him, and I think I said it the other day, he said he needs to, I actually said he needs legal representation, his own legal representation. He needs a lawyer, and that lawyer needs to be his watching brief inside Pagati the court, because hello, he's the main witness. He is the actual main witness that caused the entire case. So he needs his own watching brief. You know who had a watching brief inside Pagati the court? Kelly Kumalo, this mastermind. According to Geninda, she had her watching brief in the court until the watching brief was kicked out by Baloyi, and he said, change my mind, you gotta go. You can't be sitting in court and listening to all the evidence. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, so you can't be in the court listening to the evidence. Can you be watching the court from the TV stream? So it's kind of redundant to me. But anyway, Ubaba Zungu, in my opinion, needs to have his own lawyer so he can have a watching brief and then get legal counsel, legal advice on what he needs to do next. And he needs to open a case against Geninda. Do you know who opened the case against Geninda? Oh, Warrant Officer Makobo. Shout out to him. Or he needs to put his docket in warrant. No, that case is kind of on the burner right now. So actually, he needs his own standalone case. He needs his own standalone case that is going to run concurrently with the SENZO, no, not concurrently, parallel to the SENZO MEYIWA trial, so that his statement is written, okay, his one statement. You don't need any witnesses because, hello, the case is against Geninda. Open up the case. The NPA then decides if it's good enough to go to court, and then they go to court. And then a ruling is made based on that statement, as opposed to trying to get Judge Rata to see that statement. That's going to be Judge Rata and Baloyi and Geninda are going to jump up and down like somebody's pinching their shoes, and it's never going to go anywhere, and then it's going to die. He needs to even open the case, his own case called Defeating the End of Justice. Defamation of character, fraud, corruption. I don't know, any of those. Maybe charge 1, charge 2. No, count 1, count 2, count 3, count 25. All of them, Geninda. And then they can do a section 204 on his phone, and they check, when did the call come? Oh, the call did come. Then it's going to build a case. It doesn't even need 45 police witnesses. Too bad he doesn't know who the white lady was. That for me, I feel that's too bad. Because whoever she is, she can come and confirm or deny what Geninda did. So I believe, so back to your comment, Roy, Geninda is in trouble with his lies. The old man went to Newcastle Police Station to open a case for Geninda. He went to Newcastle to give a statement and say, I never, ever, ever, ever submitted a statement in the SENZO MEYIWA trial. In fact, I don't know the 5 accused. I don't know the story they're saying. This is my ID. This is my signature. Can somebody go cross-check with what they have? And do you think Brigadier Nicholas Geninda is just going to be handing out that statement to be verified? All I know is the Newcastle Police Station has to go with Umkwananzi to check that. Because right now, Umkwananzi is running the show, okay? He's running the country, and nobody can tell him anything, okay? Salute to the general. Dan says, hi, family. Hello, hello, hello. Dan also says, when are we back in the SENZO trial? 21st. I can't wait to hear Rata's reaction to the police and political development. I don't think he's going to pretend he never heard of it. Dan the 21st, thank you for Tando. Thank you, thank you. Alf is in the building. Alf is a channel member. Okay, thank you. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I see you, I see you. I see you. Do you see me? Okay. Dan, I can't wait. I don't know what that means. FR9R. I can't wait until Uncle Tom, the German grandson, on the 21st of July, will Brigadier unmasking the court. Come tomorrow, family meeting. So in court, he's actually not masked. He's actually dressed like a normal human being. He's in suits. If you ever remember the judge saying, "Oh, Gelinda, the one with the suit." So he goes to court in suits, and for sure, under that home Zege look, he also had a very well starched shirt. I have to commend him on that. Okay. Yeah. So I noticed that his shirt was very well ironed, well starched, good quality, and then he hides it under his old gear. But we are not there, okay? Alf says, if it was inside Rachel's courtroom, Senzo would have said that he doesn't know. Oh man, the police come. Why did he do that? Yeah, I don't know him. And people said, there's also people who came to say they're my brother died. He's good. He's convincing. VMAX says he said he still needs to watch the press briefing, but everything he said is a lie. No, it's not. Yes, all of those fixers will tend to alcohol and depression after all these receipts. Let's get the likes up. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Next comment is from Alf, and it says, Lieutenant General Sevilla is throwing his toys. He is throwing his toys out the cart, okay? And he is so angry, he threw his toys out the cart, and then when the toys were out the cart, he was like, wait, I actually need that one. Yes, the meeting did happen inside Parati, the police minister's house, but Konazi never said I was a criminal. Why is he saying that now? Why was there a meeting? I need to have the minutes of that meeting. Can someone leak them, please? Because what was the purpose of that meeting? Nango Utiwa, police minister, usacela ikhefu. That is hilarious. So that means the police minister is requesting a break. Okay, he needs a break. Leave him alone. Gininda has been punching the air all week. Let me tell you something. Someone needs to give us Gininda's just for this week, his AVL record, just for the week. I want to see something. Okay, I want to see something. Maybe he went to Newcastle. Oh, and also his section 205, because he possibly called, okay? He possibly called again, the Komaro man. Daniel, did you hear about, who's Daniel? Daniel, did you hear about Judge Maumela's relatives right on top? Ikipama files. No, I did not. I missed that one. Okay, me too. Down the dropping files. What's this here? What are we talking about? Dan, Goofy. Hi Mzansi. Hi Casper. Neville says, hello unfiltered people. Hello. Alf says, General Sevilla must help us solve the SENZO MEYIWA. No, absolutely not. It's too tied up. We don't want busy people. We don't want people who are implicated. We also don't want criminals. No. We can't add to them Guluja series. No. And make sure to spill all the beans if he wants to gain our trust. No. I don't think he would assist in any manner. Mlambo appointed Maumela and is soft on Rata. These people can't be promoted to CJ and Baloyi to NDPP. Uh-oh. When Sivia was asked if he's a criminal, he never said no. Can you imagine? That's a very valid point. He did not say no. He should have said, and I always say this to Kininda as well. I hope one day they'll listen to me. When asked the question, if it's a yes, you have three options, okay? To say yes, to say no, or to say no comment. Or, yeah, no comment. I don't know. And Sevilla didn't say no. And when you say no, full stop. Because no is a full sentence. You don't have to explain a no. Even if you said yes, you don't have to explain. Wait for the follow-up question. But no, Sevilla and Kininda, they like to talk in paragraphs. Musisiwe says, Ubaba Abselum Zuma, 5 accused in the MEYIWA case, must be acquitted and sue the state. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Edwin Mbata says, admission of guilt. He never said no. He never said no. He said, are you a criminal? Let me try to emulate Griselda. General, are you a criminal? I've been a police officer for 37 years. Your dad. Okay, perfect. Let me just type that. Let me type that right away before I forget. I never know what they're called. Okay, I never know what they're called. I am searching for it now. Sound proofing. There it is. I think just self-adhesive. It's not. Dan is the man. I found them. This one is a pack of 50. Because, you know, one would be tempted to say, I'm in the bathroom. Are you really? How could you say that about me? This one is a pack of 50. Sound insulation walls. Black acoustic foam mats. That's the official title. Oh, look, it's for podcast recording. How about that? Thank you, President. Thank you, Dad. Thank you so much. Okay, you see, you learn something every day. Neville says, the only one Sevilla is looking to help right now is himself. Oh, that's an African. The voice behind the mic says, someone was allegedly given a firearm that was used to unalive SENZO MEYIWA on the 26th of October 2014. He was allegedly the head of DPCI. 38 pew pew, not what the actors are presenting to us in court. All I know is he was there, and then last week he was asked, are you a criminal? He did not say no. Rumor has it he's still sitting down and listening to see how he can recover from what he's already said, that he shouldn't have said. VMAX says, I was disappointed Dustin Number went to the Concord. Are you a criminal? They don't deserve high positions. Unfortunately, the JP Mlambo will make it for the Deputy Chief Justice because other candidates are weak. They might be weak, or are they scared, or are they not committed to furthering the cause of criminals? Because the country is captured and it's run by the criminal syndicate. Allegedly, okay, but we'll find out tomorrow. The president is going to appease us and tell us everything is just a fiction of the general Mkonazi's imagination. Okay, that's what he's going to tell us tomorrow, and we're just going to all forget about it, and then we're going to move to the next drama. Somebody else is going to have to do something. I think Grace is going to have a memorial for her boyfriend. No, not boyfriend, ex-boyfriend that she never told anyone about, but then he died, and then she now wanted to tell the world. But we are not there. We are not there. Sound is fine today. No train smash. Come on, guys. Which is it? Sound bad or not? But when I play a video, I know it was buffering, so I know that because I saw it in the replay, which is why I want to be committed. And I don't know Like I see, like in my streaming software, it tells me my internet is fine. I know my internet is fine because I've literally plugged in. I'm wire connected because you can't really do a live with Wi-Fi. Like not Wi-Fi. What is it called? Like Wi-Fi. Like Wi-Fi. But I've hard connected to. I don't know. Don't ask me tech questions. I'm not a tech person. Okay, that's one job. Okay, all those questions go to jobs. All I know is I need things on the wall, and I need a better mic. And you guys are helping me get it, and I am so excited. I can't wait to do that. Alf Mash, the people will sound off on that appointment. Okay. Ikantro iyasha, fire, 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 cima, goningi. It surely is on fire. Soundproof the room, sweetheart. Thank you, Leroy. We now know the name of it. It's called Soundproof Pads. Yes, I will be doing that. And no, I will not be soundproofing the bathroom because whoever soundproofed the bathroom before, whoever streamed from the bathroom, that was so rude. It really hurt my feelings. Shouldn't have said that. Why did they stream from the bathroom? No, this is not an OnlyFans streaming session that is run in the bathroom. Okay, you know what? Let me just come back. That's the thing, okay? If you come for me, I will come for you. And I will. Anyway, soundproof pads reduce echoes and outside noises. I don't have outside noises, but I know for sure it is soundproof pads. And then if I have the heating on, I've got to turn the heating off. I know it's the pad. I know that's what I need. I know that. Right? I didn't know the name, but now I feel very learned. Feel very educated. Then I was disappointed that Julius Malema didn't press. Do you know who we should blame for Julius Malema, the tamed version? That one who was once in the MK party and thought he was the Secretary General, and then they kicked him out. And then he said the people are using substances. And then now he's got to go to court to talk about that one. I blame him for breaking the brotherhood and just like he broke Julius Malema. Julius can't even respond to this. It's sad. Imagine if Julius had responded. It would have been epic. It would have been like O'Sullivan, but O'Sullivan 12.0. Yeah. Except O'Sullivan was lost in translation. Completely lost. The wrong show. Alf, the JSC recommended Umlambo to the president. I am so disappointed. You know when the judge says, and then my brother, and then my brother, and then my brother, they're all in on it. Okay, they're all in on it. They're brothers and sisters. Is ZUNGU Abselum not going to be a defense witness, guys? If the state doesn't call him, he falls to be a defense witness. Yeah, he gets to be a defense witness. Will they call him? I certainly hope so. But before they call him, they better do Section 174. Dan says, it's weird to me. It's weird to me that nobody at the national level wants to touch this MEYIWA trial, but they all know they are watching. Oh, the judge I didn't hear it, someone put it in my comment section. The judge in the mango emoji case said, this is not the SENZO MEYIWA trial, or this is not going to be another SENZO MEYIWA trial. So they all are fully aware of it. They all know it. But guess how many of them have a comment on it? Absolutely none. They all commented that the loudest it has ever been is when the judge said black lawyers, which incorporated all of them, not just the defense. He said black, so that hurt a lot of people's feelings. They came out, they expressed themselves, and then it died down, just like that. Gone with the wind. Something tells me the judge knows that. That's why he's so comfortable in his position. He knows he's an untouchable. Yes, he's an untouchable. I'm of the opinion he's an untouchable. We can only rely on his wife to get to him when we need to. So we continue making the videos, we continue sharing. She watches, and on some occasions, she speaks to her husband on our behalf. We appreciate you. VMAC, I'm also disappointed, hey, and I think it's because other candidates were so weak. JP Mlambo was lucky because he's experienced, but it's good riddance. I hope the new JP will take notice. Now is the time for them to be arrested. Pagati inside, never too late. Tell me about it, says Alf Sedan. I mean, someone out there ought to say something. At this point, we're just going to rely on the podcast. We're going to rely on the podcast and Kwanaze, okay? What are you doing over there in KZN? Shaking up the country, shaking it up, okay, like a salad, as it should. I just wonder what's the reason for the Brigadier Kinenda to keep his appearance a secret. He has many skeletons in the closet. I believe that he didn't want multiple people recognizing him and identifying him and coming forward with the bravery of suddenly seeing him on TV and pointing him out and saying, that's the man that took me to the parking lot and this is what he did. And then they become many, 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 many cases. That, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion. In fact, if he had showed up at the, inspection in loco and never said a single word, nobody would have known who he was. We wouldn't have known. We would have been none the wiser. But that was a very tough decision for Kinenda. Kinenda needs to talk. I mean, he needs to talk so much that he has to tell people that's a separate building, an isolated building, and then he had to say, we can make up our own mind. We don't need your assistance. Like, where does Nisi get the bravery? It's got to be the comrade. The man is carrying a firearm and you are still gunning for him. Ooh, that's beautiful. Anyway, Dad says, Judge Rutter changes DNA outcome and media is a ghost. Where is the media when it came to Abselum Zuma? Where are they now? Maybe Abselum Zuma should call a press conference. I mean, it seems to be the thing in KZN. Okay, he must call a press conference. Do you know who else calls a press conference? Him, Floyd. Okay? Floyd called a press conference, and I saw it on Twitter that you want to have a press conference to take photos, and you call the media? I mean, it's a lot, okay? Benini, he should have called, yeah, well, he doesn't have the authority to call a press conference, but anyone can call a press conference. You know that, right? You just need to send them a letter to their, I don't know, media room, team, and then they go. If they choose to go and you tell them the story, they all want the inside scoop, they all want the breaking news. But this one was an exclusive to the Daily Sun. Is it the Daily Sun? Yeah, it was an exclusive to the Daily Sun. So because it was an exclusive, they just don't want to pick it up. That's my thought. I don't know why. But I'm going to tell you something. And Neville says, O'Sullivan and Masamola. I didn't even see that you said. I love how you say, I stole it, okay? I'm not going to take full credit for it. O'Sullivan said it, and he was so enraged. It was hilarious to me, and I can't unhear it. I can't unhear it. It lives rent-free in my mind, okay? Masamola. I'm sorry. I hope it's not offensive to anyone, okay? I am going to end this live right here, okay? I've had too much fun with you. Drop 5 in the comment section down below if you want us to come and do a countdown before the president, okay? So that's before, drop a 5. If you want us to come live after the president's speech, drop a 10. Either way, I'm all yours, okay? I'm inside priority within. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to wait for a few seconds. And then we are going to end the live. Why is it quiet? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to find out what you guys want us to do. Because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to be live before or after. Check Floyd's ankle? Oh, he surely did. Well, he taught Julius Malema. He did it, but oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be live before or after. But the family meeting is both, and I'm here for it. That is it from me today. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Thank you so much for joining this late night Saturday edition. I never go live on Saturdays, but of course I missed you guys. So I said, you know what? Why not? Why not hit the live button? Okay. And that is it from me today. I will check you on my next upload. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on my next upload. We will not have the soundproofing by tomorrow, but it's in the works. Okay. Now I know what it's called. Bye.